92.9 with Basil, Zabe and Jen.
Hey, g'day everybody. What a weekend. Thank you to everybody who contributed to Telethon. Absolutely off the charts, $62 million. Incredible. And a wild weekend for Rocker or Shocker.
Zabe's been saving up for decades.
We'll cross up to Carnarvon.
But first, let's get our head around being in a family of 7 or more. Here we go. Hey, we want something really specific this morning. And our audience, they always deliver.
Of course I do.
But this is how specific it is.
Right.
Did you grow up in a family of 7
Yes.
or more kids?
That's right.
7 or more kids, 1-333-53. We want to get to understand what that might be like. And we're prepared to go the blended family.
Yeah, of course. Crossovers, couple from everywhere.
Yeah.
Is this off the back of Dom Perignon?
It is Dom, how do you say, Perrottet?
Perrottet.
But it does sound like Dom Perignon.
I know.
That'll do.
I like that.
That'll do. We'll call
Champagne
it
Dom.
that. Yeah.
Who, amongst the great excitement of opening the New South Wales borders to international travellers, even though he doesn't have the jurisdiction to do that.
Oh, doesn't he?
No.
So it was all a bit of huff and puff.
I think my favourite tweet from Friday was like, how good was it when the Australian borders were open for 3 hours?
Yeah, that's right. By
I read those tweets. Now it makes sense. People were like, Prime Minister Dom Perignon.
Prime Minister of New South Wales, exactly, yes.
Gotcha.
So that's Dom. Now, Dom's
Perignon.
been in the job how long? Is it a week?
Week and a half.
Week and a half.
Not even a month.
Two weeks since Gladdy, because I remember we had an issue here
And
at work.
she's up today, I think. And so he's opened the borders, then he sort of had to close. He's got 6 kids. But guess what? He's got another one on the way.
They're going to need a bigger house. Have you seen what they do? Every child has a big portrait in their hallway.
Yeah.
So there's 6 of them there now. There's soon to be 7.
Yeah.
Gee.
That's how he announced the post. He said, we're going to need another photo on the wall or another frame because baby number 7. Can you imagine? Now, X, you've got 2.
2.
And you know the craziness of 2.
Yeah, I considered the snippet about 2:30 the other morning when I was driving Ted around.
Yeah.
I was going to go do it myself.
Wow.
I've got...
It was that bad. Yeah, life was not
Well,
going
actually,
good.
Nick Nat could have got those secretaries out again.
Take the lot.
I've got 3, and I
Yes.
know the craziness of 3.
3's enough, Baz?
And when I think 3, and then you're adding
4
one
more.
more, then another one, then another one, then another one.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
3's enough.
Apparently they raise themselves.
And there might be something to that, and the kids help each other out.
My great aunt had 7. No, she had 8.
Yeah.
And they are just...
Yeah,
got amongst
they
it.
look after
My
themselves.
dad's best mate was one of 14.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah,
how many did
huge.
Is Embers come from a... Embers is the grandmother has like 21.
Oh, that's right.
yeah,
Yes,
Embers.
back, a generation
She
back.
came over.
Yeah.
I think we'll call it 21. Kaya!
Hey, how are you?
Yeah, going really well, mate. Tell us about your family. How many under the lid?
Well, we have a blended family,
Yep.
and it's a big, beautiful family of 7 kids at the moment.
Wow.
Beautiful. And sorry, are you one of the kids, or have you got 7? Like you're the mother of the blended family?
I'm the mum and stepmum,
Yeah.
and
Beautiful.
soon to be mum of number 8.
Number 8.
Oh, wow.
Beautiful.
Congratulations.
Wow, another one on the way. Xavier asked earlier, and this is difficult. So if you all want to get in the car at the one time, can that happen?
Nope, it's always 2 cars.
Two
Two
cars.
Wow.
2 cars everywhere you go.
What about bedtime? I'm sure, like shower time and stuff. Is it like coupling at a time and out you come together, or is there a
No, they're
timetable?
actually really good.
Yeah.
It's sort of get in, get washed, get the next person in, but it's never really strict, and they're never... they just get in and get it done.
Get it done.
And get their armies on.
Kaya, great call.
Kaya.
Thank you, and good luck for number 8. On we go.
Paul's in Morley. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, guys.
Do you come from a big, beautiful family?
I'm one of 8.
Oi.
When I was born,
Yeah.
I was number 6, and my oldest sister was 6 years old.
Oh, my
Gee
God.
whiz.
So that was how many? That was 6 under 6, or 6 and under.
And every morning, my mother would milk 120 cows. And then Dad used to go to work, come home, and then we do the same thing. Everyone had a job to do.
Yeah,
Incredible.
yeah,
And where I went to school, there
Yeah.
was 86 kids,
yeah.
and there was 10 families.
Yeah.
Are you from Harvey, Paul?
Sorry?
Are you from Harvey?
No, we're from country town of Victoria.
Which
Oh,
one?
Wow.
A place called Coralyn.
Cora Lynn.
Okay, right.
Hey, what
That's
was your job
amazing.
quickly, Paul, before we let you go? Everyone had a job. What was your job? Can you remember?
Well, see, when I was young, the one job you had to remember was to eat as fast as you could.
Yes.
Yeah.
Paul, good stuff, mate. Wow. 6, 6 and under, and then another 2. Morris is with us. Morris, morning.
Yeah, mate. How you going?
How many in your family?
Well, there's 11 of us.
Wow.
Oh, my Lord.
Yep. Bit of a blended family, though. There's, I'm the youngest of from my mum of 6, and then you've got my half-brother, and then you've got the rest of the step family.
So at one stage or at any stage, have you all been under the one roof at the one time?
Yeah, we were.
How many in a room, Morris?
Well, 2 in each room. We actually had a large large house up in South Edland. So,
Yeah.
quite a big one.
And what about transport time? So one of 11 plus mum and dad. So that's 13 of you. How would you get around?
Well, back in the day when you used to be able to just sit in the back of a wagon, Mum used to pile us up in the back of the wagon and take us around town.
You're not allowed to do that now without everybody having a seatbelt on, that's for sure.
No, but the brothers and sisters, some of them were about 10 years older, so some of them had licences as well.
Then they become a
handy.
taxi service.
Hey, Morris, did people ever forget your name sometimes?
Not with our family.
Oh, good.
Right, everybody knew everybody's name. Hey, Morris, was it an amazing way to grow up?
Yeah, it was actually. We all got to know, everybody in the town knew us.
Yeah.
So you couldn't really get away with doing anything wrong.
Yeah, of course.
But we all hung around together. We all did pretty much the same things together. Roller skating back in the day. Pubs back in the day. Speedway. That all types of things that we used to get up to. We used to do it all together.
Tell us about dinner times, mate. And there's 11 plus 2 parents.
Dinner time was, that was quite hectic.
Eat as quick as you can.
What number were you,
Pretty
Morris?
much.
In the order of age, what number were you?
I'm the second youngest.
So number 10.
Yeah, and my half brother, he's the youngest.
Yeah, brilliant. Morris, thank you. Thanks for sharing. That's incredible stuff. So congratulations, Dom Perignon.
I don't even know his name anymore.
Baby number 7 on the way.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
Amazing.
92.9 with Basil, Zabe and Jenna.
Troy, good morning.
Good morning, mate. How you going?
Yeah, we're going really well in here. How's your weekend?
Yeah, it was a rocker.
Beautiful. Take it away, Troy.
It's, on 2 fronts. I called into Barbecues Galore, picked up my brand new smoker.
Oh, yeah.
And then took the family out for my birthday lunch at Side Door Barbecue for a feast.
Beautiful.
Oh, you beauty, mate.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Highly recommend their sour moonshine.
What's
They're
that?
what?
Sour cherry moonshine. I highly recommend it.
Okay.
that
You
sounds
beauty,
dangerous.
Troy.
Yeah.
Well done.
Thank you.
Tani's with us.
Tani, good morning.
Hey guys, just wanted to say I'm a massive fan of you, Xavier.
Oh,
Yeah, so
well, thank you, Tony.
my rocker was obviously the telethon
Hang on.
this year.
Rocker is, go for it.
The telethon, 62 million is amazing.
Yeah,
I
well
was
done.
there the whole weekend. Now I have to go to work on a couple of hours sleep.
Where were you, Tani? Out in the audience or at the kids' festival? Or, were you really?
Kids festival. I was the whole time I was there. The opening ceremony, the kids festival all day, and then went to the closing ceremony.
Oh,
you've
mate.
done a lot, mate. Well done.
Well done.
Yeah, and yeah, my sort of horror one is the little girl going missing up north.
Yeah, shocker.
Yeah, that is a
a shocker. And we'll have more on that a little bit later on.
Yeah.
Hopefully there's some good news, but we will cross up there. It's the number of people that on social media are expressing their concern and saying, can you share information and details? Is there something we can do? Such a sad situation. Thank you, Tani, and thanks for your contribution to Telethon. That's amazing to have been there for as long as you were. Dave's with us. Dave, morning.
Morning, guys. How are we?
Rocker or
Okay.
shocker, Dave?
Absolute rocket, boys.
Take it away,
What do you
Dave.
got?
President of the cricket club. We played a T20 yesterday, and we put a couple of young blokes in there, or a few young blokes in there, and they come up trumps. They played an absolute killer game, and I'm so proud of them. We put them on the spot, and they played an absolute gem of a game, and we ended up winning. So
What are
absolute rocker.
What are their names, Dave? The 2 young lads at the top.
We've got Connor Rudram, and we've got Cole Cosson, for example. They both absolutely excelled yesterday.
Beautiful.
So well done, boys.
92.9 with Basil, Zabe and Jenna.
We like examining numbers.
Yes.
And we like looking at studies. This one, I reckon, is a bit of a worry, to be perfectly honest, because it's a reminder of where we're at. And even though we live in what we would consider, as we just saw from Telethon over the weekend, a pretty affluent society, this hits you between the eyes, doesn't it? That the study by mortgage broker True Savings indicates that entry-level buyers in Perth for a new home,
Entry level,
it's going to take them an average of 4.5 years to save the 20% home loan deposit they need for $100,000 to get in.
yes. It's amazing, and it doesn't surprise me at all. I've got a lot of mates who live on the East Coast, and it's even a little bit tougher over there because the price is a little bit more. It takes forever. It can take
15 years.
Yeah, it can take a decade longer to get into an entry level. 4.5 years, and that is where you just everything in your life
Just for the
goes
deposit.
to saving. But like you're not going to little trips anywhere.
No,
It's like every
no.
cent you're earning savings.
Your friend's going away on a Bucks weekend, you say, sorry, we're saving, can't go away.
Yeah.
Your mum's
There's no
having an
lot left over
anniversary
Christmas.
somewhere.
The birthday presents are a bit tighter. It is full on lockdown, saving your money, 4.5 years to get entry level.
And this is people's reality. This is people's reality. We often talk about a two-speed economy in WA, and particularly in Perth. There are those doing very, very well out of our resources and the lucrative nature of working in the resources industry. But there are others who are staring at numbers just like these every day.
I'm living that right now.
Yeah.
I'm trying to save for a deposit, and
Yeah.
it's going. Yeah, and when I read some of these studies that came out began to come out last week, 15 years it could take
Yeah.
15.
for some people.
And that is just the deposit. So what we
And
wanted
then,
to
so
ask...
by the time you do hit your deposit, then you run into school fees.
Correct.
Then you go again.
Absolutely correct. So we wanted to ask this morning, it might be your home deposit, or is it something else? What are you saving for?
Good morning, Kerry.
Hi, how are you?
Yeah, we're going really well in here, mate. Just looking at these numbers by the Mortgage Broking Association. It wasn't that, but it sounds good. Mate, what are you saving for?
A trip to Ireland.
A trip to Ireland.
When we can.
Yeah.
Yes.
What do you
I've
want to?
never been out of Australia.
Oh, Kez. Oh, what a lovely. That's a Zave's favourite country.
Yeah, I've been to Ireland. I absolutely loved it. Brilliant time. What's over there, mate, for you?
A friend of mine did work over here and she's getting married.
Oh.
So it would be nice to be able to get to the wedding.
Absolutely.
As long as I can get back into WA.
Well, that's probably unlikely, but hey, enjoy Ireland.
There are worse places
No
to
worries.
be. Beautiful.
Thanks, Kerry. All right. So trip for Ireland we're saving for.
Yeah.
Lots of us saving for deposits or paying off the mortgage, which is kind of a saving. What else are we saving for?
Jacob, it's in South Yunderup. Good morning.
Hi, Jenna. How you going?
What are you saving for, Cobb?
First house.
Yeah,
okay.
welcome to the club.
How are you getting ahead, Jacob? How are you getting the initial lump sum?
I had to offload a couple of toys. I've had a race car I've been building over the last decade. I took a deposit for that on the weekend, so that one's off.
So you've been building it for 10 years, mate, and you've had to get rid of it to get going.
Yeah, that was my baby. Me and my best mate built that one, so
no.
yeah, it's a bit of shock at the moment, but I'm sure it will settle in.
Have you got
It'll be
your
worth it when we get the house.
Have you got? So you've got a house. You start set on a house.
My landlord informed us he was going to be selling up in the next 3 to 4 months. So
Okay.
yeah,
What'd you
it's
fetch
been a
for
mad
the
rush
car?
to get everything in.
What'd you fetch for the car, mate?
About 30 grand.
Oh,
Wow,
beautiful.
well done.
Well done.
Jacob,
Yeah.
good luck, mate.
Thanks, Baz.
We're all in it. With this, we all are in together.
Well, we all try and save for
Everybody's exactly. Amy, what are you saving for down in Rockingham?
I'm saving because we're taking a year off work and cruising around Australia, me and my partner.
Oh, that's the dream, Amy.
Wow.
Well done.
Well, when do you think you'll be able to do the? Well, I suppose it works if you're waiting to be able to open up for everything and you're saving. It kind of works for you.
Yeah, so we're just leaving in January and just starting in WA and see where we end up.
Oh,
good on you, Amy.
Which way are you going? North or
We're
south?
going to go south first in summer.
Good idea.
Yeah.
Are you just going to work around, like just pick up some casual work as you pop
Yeah,
along?
I think so if we need to. My partner's a roofer, so he'll get heaps of
Oh,
work.
mate.
cool.
And that'll be perfect.
Beautiful.
92.9 with Basil, Zabe and Jenna.
And there's unfortunately been a spate of stories that have been a little bit similar in
Yes.
their nature, and they have involved younger people missing. And on the weekend, another one, the story of Cleo Smith, who vanished from her family's tent early on Saturday morning during a camping trip at the blowholes about 70 kilometres north of Carnarvon. I was at Telethon, obviously, over the weekend. I can't remember a time when so many people have connected on social media to ask each other for help and sort of been spreading the message. Have you seen Cleo? Can you publish this photo? Can you put it on your social media to spread the word around it? It's really grabbed people, the sadness or potential sadness of what's happened up there.
Yeah, well, I guess it started with Cleo's mum because she took to Facebook when I guess at 6:30 when she discovered that Cleo wasn't in the tent anymore and said, "We're missing our baby. Have you seen her?" And then the police got involved, obviously. And I thought one interesting line was that it was just very unusual for her to just disappear.
Yeah.
And I guess up in McLeod, near the camping spot there, it's near where the blowholes are. The cliff faces are really quite treacherous. So you'd be very concerned if your baby sort of just went wandering.
Yeah, you most certainly would. So by the sounds of things, during the middle of the night, as we all do, and especially in small confines like that, you've said hello at 1:30 or you remember saying good morning or patting or whatever. And then at 6 o'clock when the family woke up, she was not there. Ben Downey, 7 News, is on the line. Search about to resume. Ben, they seem such unusual circumstances. What is the feeling up there this morning?
Morning, Basil. Well, day 3 and the feeling is very much desperation. The window of opportunity is rapidly closing now for SES. I mean, they've canvassed maybe 4 or 5 square kilometres of ground, about 2-3 nautical miles of ocean, and they haven't found any sign of Cleo. So because of the circumstances in which she disappeared that you guys have already just highlighted there, the fact that her sleeping bag is also nowhere to be seen, police now are sort of scratching their heads. There's no prevailing theory yet on what might have happened to her. The circumstances of her disappearance still remain largely a mystery, at least for the public at this stage. So police, while they're also conducting a rapid search, they're also checking, CCTV of service stations in a huge radius around WA to see if anything's picked up on any security cameras and things like that of people driving through. They're preparing for all possibilities, including the most frightening one, which she was taken.
Right. So that is extremely frightening. Don't get me wrong, but just sort of processing this information on the run. I mean, if she has wandered away on her own and she's been now out there for 3 days, that is obviously a concern of one kind. But if the sleeping bag is gone and she has been taken, I mean, that does suggest that, obviously, I mean, we want to put the worst potentially out of our minds. It's not impossible that whoever may have taken her has her. Is that being discussed, Ben?
Yeah, well, it's certainly something we've put to police, Basil, and when we do that, they agree. They say, yes, it's absolutely something that they're investigating. There's Perth detectives that have been flown up on Saturday, the moment she was missing as well, and they've literally every caravan that leaves the Blowholes camping site has got one exit, is checked thoroughly by police and undergoes searches. No one's allowed to go into the campsite. The whole place is, while the campsite's now really a crime scene, forensic investigators have been there too. It's not just a search and rescue. I mean, you remember the one down in Walpole at the start of last week. Now, tragically, the young boy there was discovered yesterday. But homicide detectives and other people weren't at that search. They saw that the boy's canoe was missing, and they basically had a good hypothesis of what happened. Unfortunately, with this one, there really is no prevailing hypothesis. They don't know. So they're treating this as if she has been taken, as well as if she's walked away, because whatever ends up happening, they have to be taking every step to make sure that no stones have been left unturned and no minutes been spared in this search.
Hey, Ben, can you describe, is it a caravan park, like a typical tourist caravan park with a lot of people around, or is it more of a scattering sort of, you can camp wherever you find yourself?
More the second option there. It's really just a large car park. We haven't actually been able to see too much because it's cordoned off, and that's where the family remains as well. They've got like a little sort of a shack, I think that's the way it's been described to us, that they're staying in, because it's where the police have set up their control point. But it's not a caravan park. There's no large commercial signs or facilities or anything like that. There's one or two gazebos and a place where you park your caravan. That's it.
Hey, Ben, are the family from that area, the Midwest, right?
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they're both from Carnarvon as well, and that's what makes this even more heartbreaking. There's people, the town's not a very large town. Everyone has either spoken to the family or knows them, and they all know Cleo. There's posters of her face on all different service stations and places around the town. And they're all hoping to hear something, but unfortunately for 3 days now, 2 days and now to the third, there's nothing new to report.
Yeah, and Ben, there's a family photo in the paper. It's described in the West as a family portrait. Do we know anything about the family composition? Is that something that's being investigated or discussed in any way, shape or form?
I think police have definitely sort of reached out to everyone's family members and questioned them. There's no doubt that they wouldn't leave any stone unturned there. It's understood that Cleo is the daughter of the mother, but her current partner is not the father. So we're not speculating or casting any aspersions here.
No.
At all,
Right.
and definitely not trying to infer that. But
Yes.
Cleo's father and her mother are now no longer together, and there's a different partner. But
Okay.
I mean, the recent family photos that have been posted, they all seem to love each other, and it's a very happy family.
Yes, yes. And so the biological father, is anything known of him or where he lives or if he's in regular contact with his daughter?
I think, police, one of the first things they did was make contact with him. Now, they didn't elaborate too much into the what exactly they've been talking to him about or the manner in which they've reached out to him. But they haven't released any information to say this person's on the run or anything. I don't think there's any incidents of foul play here yet. That's the other thing as well, is while it is a mystery, the other thing police are saying is there is no suspicious behaviour that has been detected. So they want to make it clear that, while one parent may no longer be, directly with the family, it's not like they're on the run or anything.
No, understood.
Okay.
And that's important to make that clear. Ben, thank you. That's most comprehensive in difficult circumstances. 131444. If anybody has any information, please contact police immediately on 131444.
92.9 with Basil, Zabe and Jenna.